stitchy friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie with Cross My Stitches. Thank you so much for coming by to visit with me today. I did notice that I have quite a few new subscribers, so hi, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you that come back to me time and time again, and I have no idea why, thank you for coming back again and watching my videos. It is December 29th, 2018. It's Saturday, and it is a gloomy North Central Florida day. We had a lot of rain this morning. It's still a little dim outside, so I've got lights on around me. I do have glare on my glasses. I apologize for that. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you happen to observe this season, and wish everyone a very happy and healthy New Year that's coming up with the next couple days. Also, my birthday is coming up on the 31st of December, so I'll be celebrating that as well. I did receive some cards and some gifts that I wanted to share with all of you, show you what I got. So this is a card that is made by a friend of mine who's actually a card maker. She's not a stitcher, but her name is Maria McDonald. And this is the card she made for me. And you can see the gold is metallic. It's very pretty. And she got it stamped on the back. Made by Maria. So love my card, Maria. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. She always makes me a handmade Christmas card and a birthday card. So I love those. I did make cards and sent them out this Christmas. Unfortunately, I did not take pictures of them before I sent them out because I wasn't thinking. So at the end of me showing the cards, I will show a few pictures from other FlossTubers videos that did receive my cards so you can see the cards that I made. So let me finish this. So I received this card. This is from Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher. It's a nice watercolor little girl. It's really cute. Thank you, Nicole. I received Pam and Steph's famous mailbox card. It just made me laugh as soon as I saw it. With them standing in the mailbox. I have no idea where they found a full-size mailbox like that, but it was very cute. Thank you, ladies. I received a card from Kathy, which is Crafty Cat Stitcher, and it has snowmen and cardinals and glitter. It is just gorgeous. And she also sent me a Gentle Arts. It's called Lavender Potpourri. Thank you so much, Kathy. I greatly appreciate it. I received a card from Jennifer Upton, which is too cute. It says, "This is why I pee on your couch." Somebody put their little reindeers on her. That was just too adorable. So, love that. Thank you, Jen. Received Cheryl McKinney. Hi, Cheryl. Snowman card. I love snowmen. So, of course, anything with a snowman on it, I just love. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Greatly appreciate you thinking of me. Amy loves toads, and she sent this adorable card with this yellow lab. Look at that. Isn't he a cutie pie? Love that face. You can't help but love that face. Just so cute. And then she sent me one of her favorite one of her favorite Christmas flosses, which is 3777. Thank you, Amy. And the last one I got was from Helen D, East Coast Crafter, with the fox. I'm sure some of you have seen this already. Really cute. And she sent me a skein of number 67 variegated floss from DMC. So Helen also sent me a little baggie with 2018 charms. She had put on her floss tube that she had extras and she was offering to send them to people. And I got on there and said, "Oh, I'd love to have some of those charms. That's a great idea," because I don't date any of my ornaments and I don't put my name on them. So she sent me the charms in the envelope with the card, and I'll tell you what, I'm damned if I can find them damn charms. Helen, I can't find them. I don't know what I did with them. I have looked everywhere. And I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. And I have no idea what I did with those charms. So I did send charms to Helen, some 2019 charms. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So they're these little, I don't know, they're supposed to look like silver, but they're really not silver. They're just like little plastic. Let me get my tweezers out so I can hold them. So they just look like this, except they said 2018. These happen to say 2019. There you go. So cute little charms. So I'm still hunting for them, Helen. I haven't given up hope that I'm going to find them. I do have a bunch of these 2019 still. I did gift some to some of the people that I sent Christmas cards to. I included them with them. But I do have more, so I may be sending those out throughout the year and gifting them to people, because I don't know how many were there, 100, 200 2019 little tags. So I will send some of those out sometime during the year. So that's what I received, and then I received a couple of great gifts. Let me tell you, ladies, old age is hell, okay? As soon as you turn and you go through menopause, which I am going through, everything is weird. My memory's gone. Every word comes out wrong. I'm like, I feel like, it's just driving me nuts. Anyway, Victoria from Victoria's Creative Craft sent me a box of goodies for Christmas. So I wanted to share it with you guys to see what I got. So we got Homespun Collectibles, Santa, and a second one. Aren't those cute? Love Santas, love snowmen. So I got those. She sent me, speaking of snowman, look at the towel. It's a snowman towel. Look. Isn't that adorable? Oh, that's going to look so cute hanging in my camper next Christmas, Miss Vicky. Also some finishing fabric with snowmen on it. She knows me oh too well. So I'll definitely be using that to do some finishing on some snowman ornament that I do. She sent me a tin. So we've been collecting tins so we can put some stitching on the top and make little boxes. I got a bath bomb. Got a hand sanitizer. She sent me a scissor fob that has buttons and all, and I'm not sure if this is a Jen original or if it's a Vicky original, but it is oh so cute, and it has on the end, you see, a cross, which I love. So there it is right there. Isn't that adorable? So love it, so cute, gonna hang it. It's nice and lightweight too, so not heavy on your scissors. So I'll put those on my scissors. She sent me a handmade card. There it is there. Looks great. She sent me a picture frame. So I'll make something and put it in there. And then she sent this, which I believe is Hold Your Needles. So it unscrews. Isn't that pretty? Good. It's nice wood. And this screws right back on again. So really nice. Never seen one like this before, so it is really nice. So thank you so much, Vicki. It was so sweet to get this package. It was quite the surprise. Oh, one more thing. She sent me, hold on. She sent me this awesome Atlanta mug. And it's a Starbucks. Is that upside down? Nope, it's there. Starbucks mug from Atlanta with the orange. I love that. So isn't it pretty? It's got so many different designs. Peaches and lemonade, nice tea, and radio music. Just really cute. So thank you so much, Vicki. It sits right there on my desk. I use it for my coffee. So I greatly appreciate it. I love the gifts, Vicki, and I appreciate you. Should have brought a drink with me. The other thing I received was from Leslie at Batcat Flossing. Hi, Leslie. she had started posting on Instagram that she was making some scissor fobs out of lampwork beads, and some of them were just so, I mean, all of them were awesome. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Every one of them was awesome. But some of them were like, oh my God, I have to have that. So she had posted some kitty ones, and she had this one posted, and I had to have it. There he is, little white kitty. You see the bead that says, I love my cat. So when I was a little girl, around 5 or 6, I had a pure white cat named Snowball when we lived in Massachusetts. So I'm originally from Massachusetts. So Snowball was a wonderful cat. I loved her dearly. And one year she had a litter. And most of the litter most of the kittens were pure white. And there was one that was purchased that was like a ghost. So he was white, and he had 2 black dots and 1 big dot on his forehead. So when he bent down, it looked like a ghost face on his thing, and I'll never forget it. And I'm not sure what the father looked like, because Snowball was a tramp. She ran around the neighborhood, so I have no idea who impregnated her. But I just thought that was so cool. So that's what that charm reminds me of. That reminds me of my childhood cat, Snowball. But right when I ordered that, Leslie had contacted me and told me, hey, by the way, I just sent you one of those fobs as a gift. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I want you all to see, it's on my scissors, what she sent me. And this one is just beautiful. Look at that. Let me see if I can get it up right. Look at all the flowers and the Swarovski crystals. And it looks like they're in a vase inside of it. It's just so pretty. So pretty. Look at, I don't know if this thing is focusing or not. I'll get my face out of the way maybe. Just so pretty. So thank you so much. Just brought tears to my eyes. It did. I was so touched by that gift. Leslie, thank you so much. Sorry for the crinkles. Thank you so much for sending that to me. And I love the white one. Like I said, it reminds me of my little cat Snowball. So I'll always treasure those. Thank you so much. So those are the things that I received right before Christmas. I do have some old Christmas. No, I don't want to say they're old. One is old. Show you some finishes from before I started doing flosstube. So I don't think I've shared these before, so I wanted to share them. I have 3 ornaments. I might have shared these. I can't remember. But this one is from Country Cottage Needleworks. It was in one of the Just Cross Stitch magazines, and that's called Snowbirds. And it came out so adorable. It's just made into a flat ornament. As you can see, I didn't date it or sign it, so I need to find those charms. So I have that one, and then this one here is from, I want to say the same thing. It's either Little House Needlework or Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's a poinsettia. These big old bows on them, which I love my bows. And there's the back is striped. And this one was a Prairie Schooler. And there's the back of that one. So I think I finished these before I started flosstube. I can't remember. And this was my first, cat hair. My first flat fold. This is a Lizzie Kate. 'Tis the season to be jolly. There he is there. And he is made into a flat fold with the buffalo check fabric. Love that. Made my own cording. So the cording and the flat fold are brought to you by Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, all her videos, her how-to videos. That's how I learned how to do these things. And I so love Vanna and her tutorials and her sharing how to do these. Thank you, Vanna. I love it. I love everything that you share, and I greatly appreciate you help the rest of us be awesome crafters too. So I was glad to have this up for the 2nd year. So it's really pretty. So, and then my older one is from the late 80s, early 90s. This came, hold on, I'm trying to fix it. This came from, Cross My Heart was the designer, and it is a banner. And I did them on 14 count fabric. I stitched each one individually. And the backings, let me flip one of them. The backings are also, the 14 count fabric. You can see I stitched around the edges, and then I fringed each one of them. And they're just hanging on some ribbon. And they hang across my curtains in the living room during the holidays. So I will insert a picture here. And that's how I like to display these, but I wanted to share that these were lots of fun to make, and they're so easy. And like I said, it was from a Cross My Heart book. I'm not sure of the name of the book, but I'm sure it would be easy to find. So that's that. So that's my old Christmas FOs. I do have several new FFOs that I'm sorry, I keep shaking the table. I'll try to keep my hands off it. I have several new FFOs that I want to share with you today. This is Potted Poinsettia. This is a Little House Needleworks design. I had finished this earlier in the year, and I finally got it FFO'd. It is a pillow. So there's the back, and I love that fabric. It's got like a gold stripe running through it. I'm not sure you guys can see that. Yeah, there you go. But it's really pretty fabric. Love it, and it matched this perfectly. I've got trim running around it, and it's just a little pillow. So I'm really glad to have that completed. And then I have, I finished my winter ABCs and got that FFO'd. So this is it right here. Back it up. You can see that all the way. There it is. So this is on my board that I change out by season. So I had autumn on here before, and now it's got winter. And I'll show you up close. It's got a little bow at the bottom. And this is fabric that was 32 count linen, hand dyed by me. And I used my own colors. I converted everything out to the colors that I had on hand. Sorry, I don't want to hit the table. And it has a red and white. I believe that's like a homespun behind it. And then the bow at the top, and everything is magnetized. So you just, hold on. You just pull it off, and you see there's a magnet there. Put it back on. This comes off as well, and this hangs in my hallway. So I'm glad to have that finished. I did gift the pattern to Barb from Lost and Floss, so she has that now, and she'll be working on it to make hers. And I'll be pulling out spring. I want to get spring done before April of 2019, so I can get that up. So that's number 2. And then number 3 finish I just did. This only took me a couple days to stitch. My husband had carpal tunnel surgery in one of his hands, so I started it when I was waiting for him for the surgery, and then I finished it the next day. And this is Hands-On Design, a year of celebrations. A lot of people are working on these. Such cute little designs, and there we go. There's mine. So I did this on a 28 count, it's hand by Stephanie Chestnut. It's chestnut. So that's what it's on. And then I converted all the colors to colors that I had, because I don't have a lot of weeks dye work, so I did convert it to things that I thought was a close match to the colors that they used. So my plan is to put it on this stand. So I had purchased this after the holiday. After this, it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So my plan is to get, I have the clips, and mind you, I lost the clips too. Okay, I purchased the clips, I laid them on the kitchen table, and then I had to clear the table, and I have no idea what I did with those either. So I've lost the clips, and I've lost the little charms now, and I cannot find them anywhere. But I will keep hunting. I will. And so I'm going to paint this probably a white or a cream color, and then put the clamp up here, the clip, and then this will go on there with the clip and be changed out every month. So I thought that would work just fine. You know, it's got the little tab for the clip to grab onto, and I think it'll look great. So keep working on that to get that finished. I'm gonna kit up February and start working on February. I will have that painted hopefully before the 1st, and find the clips and get them on there. We'll see. So that was that. And then I had 2 other finishes that I don't have. I have pictures of, and they were Christmas ornaments that were gifts. So the first one was an ornament that I made for a supervisor of mine. She is like my right hand. She does everything for me when I'm not there, and I greatly appreciate Betty so much, so I always like to do something special for her. So I made her this ornament, and this is a free chart, so I'm going to show it because it says it's a free chart. It is done by Sally Nielsen of Homespun Collectibles, and it is called Snowman in the Window. I don't have a color copy of it, all I have is this. So I finished it, and I'm going to put the pictures in here. So that was gifted to Betty, and it came out really cute. I love the little pom-poms all around. It look like little snowballs. And then the second one was for a grab bag we were doing at work. We didn't have to, but we did a grab bag, and I made this ornament for the grab bag. And this is a design from Carol D. It was also a freebie I received, but when I went to the website they have listed, it says it's no longer existed. So I don't know what happened to Carol D or where this design is. It's called spiral.bre. So it looks French, and this is what the design looked like. So, and then I will post my picture here. And you can see that I mounted it on a wooden snowflake. I painted it white, I sprayed it with some glitter, and mounted it on there. It came out really great, loved it. And the person that received it really loved it, so that was great too. It's always great when the people that receive them really appreciate the hard work you put into things. So those were my finishes. I think that's it. Right now, those are my finishes. So on to whips. I have just one whip to share. Uno momento. And that is the Stony Creek Coastal Holiday Lighthouse stocking that Jennifer Upton and I both started on December 1st. We're both doing it on the called for fabric, which is a 28 count Lugana. Hold on, I'll tell you. It is a 28 count vintage Stormy Night Lugana is what is being stitched on with all the called for colors. This is where I'm at right now. So I've gotten the top portion done, and the top part of the lighthouse is all back stitched already, so that's where I'm at with that. And I'm going to continue to work on this. I do have 2 other stockings that I need to start in the next year. One I will show you shortly. That was a purchase. And the second one, which the purchase is for my husband. I guess the lighthouse is for me because I found my husband wanted the one I purchased. And then my son is getting more of a woodsy with the deer and stuff. So I'll show you that in a minute. So that was the only thing that I worked on besides finishing my winter ABCs and the January hands-on design. Those are the things that I've been working on. I've been really busy at work. I'm retail, so it's crazy during the holiday season. Don't get a lot of time to stitch when it is that way. And so I'm hopefully I will get more time to stitch and get some stuff done because I have a lot to do. Next I have notes somewhere. Here they are. So I showed you my finishes, I showed you my whips, showed you that. Plans. Let's talk about plans. I have a couple of plans. I talked about that my birthday's coming up on Monday and I'm going to have a new start. So I am starting this design on Monday. I've been hanging on to it for a couple months now, wanting to do it, so I decided this would be a perfect time for me to start. This is from Gentle Arts. It's called Cardinal Points, and there it is. It is just beautiful. I saw this completed, and I want to say that I saw it on Joan and Kelly's FlossTube. A few episodes back, Joan had done this, and when she showed it a few months back, I just went gaga over it and hunted down the pattern, had to get it. So this is all the floss for it. It's all Gentle Arts floss, all different flosses, and so I ordered most of those through Trish at 3 Owl Thread. She's able to get the 10-yard skeins, and I wanted to make sure I had enough of each color, so I ordered the 10-yard skeins, and then I ordered a 36 count white Edinburgh linen. The design is done on an 18 count that they show it on, so I figured 36. Hold on. Sorry. I usually bring a drink in here with me so I won't choke up, but I forgot because I'm shooting the video a second time. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So if anybody's working on this design or wants to start with me, that would be awesome. I will have a hashtag for it so I can follow along with anybody else that wants to. We're going to put hashtag Cardinal Points. I will post that right there. And I believe Christine, Stitch All the Things, she has this pattern as well. She showed she had just gotten it, and she's going to start it, I believe she said at the end of January, so she'll be joining me with stitching this. So I'm looking forward to doing it. It's just a gorgeous piece that I want to get that done. My other plans are that I'm going to stitch from stash. I had talked before about to stop the purchasing, that I had gotten really out of control at some point. I'm touching the desk again, aren't I? I gotta stop doing that. That the purchasing had got really out of control, so I said I was going to start Stitch from Stash on 2019, and then I started communicating with some of the other floss tubers and stitchers that wanted to do the same thing. Kathy from Crafty Cat Stitchers, Cheryl McKinney, Tranquil Stitches, and me, and oh my god, I can't remember who the next one. There's somebody else. I'm so sorry. My memory is getting so bad, and I didn't bring my phone in here to look to see who it was. Kathy and me and Cheryl. There's somebody else. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we started. Oh, Sandy Bacon. Sorry, Sandy. It started with me and you. And Sandy and I text back and forth, so that's good. So the four of us have been talking about Stitch from Stash, or what we're calling it now is Shop Your Stash 2019, and trying to support one another and slowing down and stopping the buying. So for each of us, it's a little bit different, but the same concept. For me, it's no more buying of charts. It's no more buying of supplies unless I absolutely have to have it for a project I'm going to work on at that moment. I do have two monthly clubs that I don't want to leave, so I'm going to stay with those. I have Hand Dyed by Stephanie's Fabric Club, and I don't want to stop that, so I'm going to continue that. And then I have Trish at 3 Hour Threads. She has her Nest Egg Floss Club, and I'm going to continue that. But I'm not going to join any other clubs. I'm not going to make any online purchases. And if I need something, I better need it right then and there, and I can't substitute for whatever reason. So I did make that commitment with those ladies that we were going to try to support one another in trying to work on what we already own. And I knew that I needed a few things, so I bought a few things, and right before the new year I got my order in, or my birthday order, and then a couple other things. So I want to share with you guys what I did pick up. I do have an order from 123 coming that won't be here till after the first year, but I did pay for it before the first of the year, so technically I'm still good. I have a second order from another person. I think I have those two out. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, yeah, I do. And a CD of just cross-stitch back issues coming. That's not here yet. So those things. But let me show you what I do have. Excuse me. What I do. So, that and that. Okay. So, the first thing that I purchased was, I had seen somebody on one of the Facebook groups stitching this, and it was just so pretty. And I don't have that many Thanksgiving designs, so I wanted to get this, and it's called The Lord's Blessing. So it is really beautiful, and when I saw it actually shown in someone's pictures, I was like, oh, I have to get that. That's gorgeous. It is a beautiful, beautiful pattern, and it uses DMC colors, so not a problem because I have a lot of DMC, and I'm sure I can come up with some fabric for that. So I bought that, and then this is another one I saw on Facebook groups all during the holiday season. Secret Santa. That's lavender and lace. And just so beautiful stitched up. When people show these things, you're like, you can't help yourself, because you're like, the pictures do not do these things justice. When you see the actual pictures on your screen, it's amazing. I mean, the chair, the blue in the chair just pops. So I had to get that. And then the last time I was at my LNS, I picked up Winter in Baltimore. So I have 3 of these now. I have autumn, and I think it's summer, autumn, and winter. The only one I'm missing is spring, and obviously I'm not going to be able to get that because I'm not buying any more patterns. So I'll live without it. I've got 3 that I haven't done yet. I saw this one stitched up, one of the groups, and the girl that did it was just gorgeous. And it is called Folk Art Guardian Angel. Get maybe this way. There we go. And looks angel and snowman. How adorable is that? Right? It looks like she's throwing hats and scarves down to the snowmen. And this piece came with the buttons, so couldn't refuse that. Don't know when I'll get to it, but it's really nice. And then this one, I just adore Stony Creek. And I saw this one on one of the Facebook groups. It might have been Stitch Mania. Somebody was working on it, and I flipped over it. So Let It Snow banner. And I do have a nice big piece of ivory even weave that I can do this on. So definitely going to start that at some point. I picked this book up off of eBay for a few bucks, and it's a Donna Cooler. The Best Designs from Donna Cooler. So I didn't really see anything that just jumped out at me that made me get it, besides the fact that I think her designs are really cute. And so I'm going to flip through it again. If I don't see anything that I must have, I might do a giveaway on this in the future. So you can look for that. If I ended up not keeping it, I'll do a giveaway. Let's see, do I have any other? Right, I received my magazines I received. Just cross stitch, which I won't be renewing once it runs out. I think I still have a couple more years, but the last couple issues haven't seen anything in it that thrills me at all. Cross stitch gold, which my subscription is running out, but I'm not going to really miss that one either. Nothing in there that's really my style. Stony Creek autumn issue, Now, Stony Creek, I am disappointed that they stopped doing subscriptions. That means every time a new one comes out, I have to go to my LNS and get it, which is fine, but I would have loved to have kept a subscription to this because this one I happen to find lots of things that I really love in it. And I purchased the 2016-ish Christmas Ornaments issue. It was the only issue that I was missing for the Ornaments, and I happen to love this one right here. That's by Glendon Place. That is Blustery Winter. And I actually have that kitted up, except for I didn't have the magazine, so now I can throw my pattern in there and get that going. I purchased the stocking for my husband. This is the one he chose. It is a Dimensions gold kit, and look at that, isn't that beautiful? Sled, and it says Christmas sled stocking, and I love the sled and the cardinals in it. So I'm looking forward to working that up for him. I also purchased, because I knew my purchasing was going to stop, this one because I had wanted it for a long time, the Aurora Cabin. One of these days I'll get up there to the north in Canada, Alaska, and up further north and see the Aurora Borealis. It is one of my bucket list, but it is just gorgeous. And then I picked up this book on eBay. I think I paid $4 with shipping. Heavenly Cross Stitch, and the reason I picked it up is because I was looking for this particular pattern, which I had seen and I just love, of this Santa. So flip this around. There he is right there. Isn't he awesome? I love that Santa. It's very similar to the Mirabilia Santa, and he's just gorgeous. I also, after I flipped through this book, really loved this stained glass piece. It's called Cathedral Glass. So it's this one right here. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that one. There are lots of really beautiful religious type designs in this book. If that's the kind of stitching that you like, you might want to look on eBay. Like I said, I picked this up for $4 including shipping. So really nice designs. If anybody's interested, I can do a flip through on it. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a flip through the book. I'll be glad to do that. And then the last thing, let me put all this back, that I got was because of Jennifer Upton. I told her it was her fault. And it was a diamond painting kit. Because she keeps showing hers, and I'm like, oh, this, I have to try this. I have to try this. So I picked up this kit. It's kind of small, but it's of roses. Isn't that beautiful? Cabbage roses. So I'm looking forward to starting that in the next month or so. It comes with the little stylus, a little tray, and all the little beads are numbered. So we'll see. We will see. I know that it's not as detailed as some of them. The bigger they are, the better the detail is. So, but I wanted to try something small and see if I liked it first. So we got that. So those are the things that I bought. And like I said, no more purchasing after the 31st. So I think I am set. I don't think I'll be placing any more orders for anything. So let's see. What else did I want to cover? Where'd my notes go? Because I seem to have lost them. There they are. Okay, so we got all that covered. I wanted to say that I noticed that there has been, and I meant to mention this in the beginning, I don't know if I did or not because my memory is so bad, but I noticed a lot of new subscribers recently, so I want to thank you. Thank you for coming by and watching and subscribing. If you're a new subscriber and you heard from me from another floss tuber, please comment below and let me know who you heard this from so that I can thank them for sending you my way. I do want to thank Barb and Leanne, Lost in Floss. They did do a shout out for me, so if that's where you heard it, thank you so much, ladies. Greatly appreciate it. Love watching you guys. Lots of fun. Watching the interaction between two people. It is an entertaining video. You got Pam and Steph, you got Snug Harbor Crafts and Lost in Floss, and Liz and Deb. I love the country stitchers, Liz and Deb. So it's fun to watch people when there's two of them and they're interacting. It does make it a more lively conversation and easier to watch. Those of us that do it by ourselves because we don't have any stitchy friends, we're not as entertaining, but hey, we do the best we can, okay? So I want to thank them, and then I also want to thank, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back time and time again and watching me. I have no idea why you do this, but you do, and I appreciate it. And everyone out there who watches and subscribes, you are my stitchy friends. So I greatly appreciate that. I'm just checking my notes, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. You could also follow me on Instagram on Cross My Stitches. So I am there as well. Oh, you know what else I bought that I wanted to share? I bought these rings. They're like key rings, but they're flexi. I got these on Amazon. These things are great. You know, they have a little nut that tightens them down, and I use them for my floss to keep them. I'm going to bend down again, I'm sorry. To keep my floss. I don't like the metal rings because they're so rigid and strong, but I keep, like, this is for my stocking. I keep all my colors by, so that's my blues and whites, these are my golds and browns, and they're just flexible, so it makes it easier to take them and put them in my bag. So I really love them. So I think they're cool, and I love those. So I did get those as well. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know for sure if I am or not. So anyway, I wanted to just take a minute to talk about Yvonne Snellings, who is the Night Owl Stitcher. I know all of you know who she is, and great. I'm sure you've heard by now that she lost her husband last week. He passed away. He was on a business trip in Texas, and it took him a couple of days to find him, and he did pass away. I am so sorry, Yvonne. My heart goes out to you and your family. You're in my thoughts every single day. I know it's heart-wrenching for this to happen, not only just to happen, but then to happen on top of a holiday. Please, everyone, please send some prayers and great thoughts to Yvonne and her family during this difficult time. I've chosen not to reach out to her because I know she's getting flooded and inundated with messages and stuff, but just know, Yvonne, that I am thinking about you and I'm praying for you, and I hope that you eventually find some peace in this matter, and that we love you all. So I will be back with another video, hopefully, if not in the middle of January, then by the end of January. I'm sorry, just give me just a second. I don't want to cut the video off. I hate cutting and bringing it back on. I'm sorry. I'm a big baby. I cry. Those kind of things just eat me up inside. So anyway, hopefully I bring a video back. I'm not sure if I'll make it in the middle of January or not. I've got a lot going on at work. And oh, I know what I forgot. I wanted to share, we're talking about work and stuff. Those of you who have watched before know that my husband and I have an RV, and it's our plan to go full-time in an RV. Well, we put our house for sale last week. I'm just so excited. So excited. It finally, the house is up for sale. We started clearing things out. We're going through and making the piles, the trash, the Goodwill, the garage sale, and the keep piles. And we're going to continue to go through things. My husband did have hand surgery a couple days ago, so he has slowed down a little. He doesn't get his stitches out until next Friday. So, but we'll continue to work on that. We're excited to have the house up for sale. We did have a prospective buyer that had made an appointment to see the house, but then had to cancel for an emergency. So hopefully they will reschedule to look at the house again. I'm hoping it's going to go really quick, but you know how housing goes. It could take a couple of weeks, it could take months, it could take years for a house to sell. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed, but in the meantime, we're going to be going through and getting rid of everything. We're not saving anything except for personal items. All the furniture, everything will be sold, and we will be going into the RV. We're going to get a small storage facility just to put our personal effects in. I have a lot of crafting supplies. I have a lot of stained glass that I have made through the years that I do not want to get rid of. And we have a lot of paperwork and personal things that both of us want to save, so we'll keep that in a storage facility until we're ready to move into another house, and then we'll come and retrieve it. So I am excited about that, and I'm happy that the house is up. Work is getting crazy. Even after the holidays, we still got crazy time. I have inventory coming up, and I have a cosmetic reset coming up at the same time, so I'm a little taken back by that and figuring out how I'm going to get all that done, but I'll figure it out because I know that once this house sells that I will be leaving work and I will not be returning, so I'm not going to stress over it. Hopefully I'll get some stitching done between now and the next time I see you guys. Again, have a very happy new year. Lots of health, happiness, love, and laughter in your lives, and I will see you next time.